I remember my freshman year when I tried out for the basketball team, there were 121 kids who tried out in our school. We had a massive school, and I was really intimidated because I didn't have much confidence. But I made the team. I made the team my sophomore year. My junior year, I got injured during tryouts, so I couldn't go out for the team. I didn't play basketball. And then the senior year, I tried out and didn't make the team. And that team eventually ended up going up and winning the state championship. But I still played for those 2 years, junior and senior year. I did a lot of playground basketball, and as much as I could, I really enjoyed it. When I first got up there as a freshman, I remember my mom and dad dropped me off, moved me into my housing situation, and they took off, and I realized I was on my own. I started out academically doing engineering. I thought that was something I really would enjoy doing. It's something I kind of did a little bit in high school, and I was pretty good academically. So academically, that's where I was headed, and it occurred my first year. By my second year academically, I realized that I wasn't as good a student as I thought I was, and I moved out of education, or out of engineering, and moved into education. And obviously, basketball was a passion of mine as well. I did get a scholarship at the time. I just tried to walk on. I didn't make the team my first year as a walk-on, but the coach, George Fisher, at the time, asked me if I'd like to be a student manager. And I said yes, just so I could be part of the team and be in daily activities and things like that. So then, the second year basketball-wise, Dale Race was the head coach his first year there. Again, I tried out for the team, didn't make it, but the assistant coach at the time, Butch Coronin, who was the assistant under George Fisher, knew about me and had previous experience with me, and so Dale offered me a student assistant coaching job, which I don't know if it's a step above or a step below, but it was another way to stay engaged with the team and be involved in basketball. My third year of basketball, I did try out again, and this time I did make the team. And as the year progressed, we got through into January and February, and I was not as smart back then as I'd like to think I'm a little bit now. And I did some things and made some comments, and then Coach promptly got me up to his office and said, "Thank you for your service. have a nice time." And so I kind of removed myself from the program as I was asked to be removed. But turns out that turned out to be probably a blessing in disguise, because a lot of things that Coach Race, who passed away this last year, instilled into me and helped me raise my family, helped me coach. I coached in high school after that and in youth programs, and although it was a bitter departure, eventually we came full circle and became very good friends, and I think I was a better person for it. Yeah, so I graduated in 1987. I wanted to coach. I knew I wanted to coach. Back then, you needed a coaching certificate in addition to your teaching certificate. So it was a separate program that you had to complete to coach in the state of Minnesota. I didn't really want to do that. I just wanted to go into coaching. Through Wisconsin, as long as you were a teacher and had a teaching license, you were able to coach. So that's when I ended up moving back to the Milwaukee area, back to my childhood home. And I started coaching at the freshman level at West Dallas Central High School. Took over the junior varsity program at Oak Creek High School, where I had been employed, and did that for 5 years, and then was promoted to the head coach after that, and did that for 8 years. So I was fortunate enough to coach basketball, win conference titles, won regional titles. I was really happy to where we got, and had some really good teams along the way, and we had some teams that struggled, but those friendships are still there. I see them, and it's a good thing that we went through that together. So I had been known in the area for being reliable and doing a good job. Then I took a full-time job as an attendance officer in Oak Creek High School, and that was a full-time position. It was hourly. It wasn't in education, even though I had an education degree. So my job was to make sure kids were going to school, basically checking on their attendance. There was one kid who was pulling up in his car, and I knew he was supposed to be in class. So I went out to the parking lot and I said, "Hey, Jose, where are you going?" And he just didn't have anything to say. And I said, "You should be in class." And he said, "Yeah." I said, "What are you doing out here? Why are you just waiting in your car?" He's like, "Well, I'm waiting for her." And he rattled off 2 or 3 different names. I said, "I'm going to hop in the back seat." I said, "Just stay right here." He says, "Okay." So all of a sudden the bell rang and these kids start bolting out to the car, and they hop in the car, and all of a sudden they close the door and they turn and look and they go, "Oh, Mr. Lindner!" And they were all panicky. So We probably parked the car, walked them back into class, wrote up their detentions or whatever discipline we had, and sent them on their way. One of the things I wish I had learned earlier in life is making connections and following up with people who engage with you. I think it's important that connections really make things available to you. It's amazing all the different things that you can find through those connections.